Today we're doing a lightning episode. As damaging as a bolt of lightning is the challenge that we've been having with Google. You are, by the way, watching the FediHost podcast with me, Paige, and CTO Victor, currently working through how to sort out this long-running problem we've had with Google search. Have you ever binged FediHost, Victor?
I think Bing's better at giving us than Google.
I was looking at even ChatGPT the other day. I was like, how do you set up something like a go-to social instance or whatever? And it was like, it was like, you can follow those instructions here, and it had one of our videos.
Yeah. No, I've seen the ChatGPT bot hit our website, so that was very nice.
Yes. So there's an interesting phenomenon. We're not really sure what's going on. At first, we were like, well, we're a new company, so takes a while, to be picked up or seen as valid. And then after a while, you're like, well, after a year and a half, like, why is Google having such a hard time indexing our website? Google have this tool, Search Console. Web pages are in one of two states. They're either crawled or indexed. Victor, are you a guy who likes to see your website crawled, or do you like to see it indexed?
I definitely like it to be indexed more than crawled.
Crawled is like a Google kind of... Indexed is like...
Yep.
For the viewers at home, I'm intensely looking. It's very hard to diagnose what the issue is, right? Because there's always a delay. We make a change, we go like, I don't know, maybe it's just to use an example, typo, in the blog. There's some spelling mistakes, and Google's like, oh, this many spelling mistakes, this can't be a good resource. It's a bit of a black box as well. So we don't know exactly what we could be doing wrong. So we'll be like, oh, we'll fix the typos. And then you have to wait. Yeah. And 2 weeks later, you go, I don't know, I don't think that worked. It has been, I think it's fair to say, the most fatiguing issue that we've faced, because you never just get to go, it's done. Everything you do, you never know if it worked.
Yeah.
You go off and you start to work on something else, and eventually you remember to have a look and you go, oh, it didn't work. And you have to reopen the case file and blow the dust off and be like, all right, what's left?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And also the problem is you might be like, well, okay, we can try these 3 things. And then you do your fixes, and then you fix the 3 things, and then you wait. And then you're like, did that do anything? And then maybe it's been 3 weeks and nothing changed. So you go, okay, well, let's try something else. And then you do something else, but those 3 things are still there. And then something happens maybe 2 weeks later. And then you wonder, well, what fixed it? Now you have like 5 things that you changed, and you don't know which one it was that fixed the problem. So it might have been the first thing that you've tried was the thing that fixed it, but it took Google 5 weeks to like actually go check your site again. Mm-hmm. As a programmer, as a engineer, you kind of, when you do something, you want to have feedback on what you're doing, and this is like we're like sacrificing animals to some god, and we're like hoping something happens.
It reminds me a lot in animation. The worst things to animate are things where rendering a frame takes a minute, because what happens is you could sit there and stare at it for a minute and then go, all right, how does it look? Oh, I need to change this. But you don't. After like 10 seconds, you get distracted and you go to work on something else. And then when you go to look back at your animation program and you realize that it doesn't look the way you want, you have to reorientate yourself. Oh, where was I again? What did I change? Mm-hmm. At a certain point, you have to be like, I just have to sit here and look at this. If I move off it, I'm just delaying the release. So I just have to sit here and waste time.
We do a change, and then if Google likes it, it doesn't say, oh, what you did there, I like that. It's really like, it looks at it, and then it either goes, it takes it, or it just looks away. Like it just goes away. And then you don't get any feedback on like, why didn't you like this? Or why did you like it? It's not saying why.
It's like a real magic 8-ball, right?
Try again.
In case it's not obvious, I mean, I don't know we said up front, not being indexed properly by Google for a company that sells hosting services is terrible. People, really like our videos. We have these huge blog posts that we've made, like explaining, like in great detail, how various elements of Mastodon and PeerTube work. I'm pretty sure that some of them are the most comprehensive resources on the internet, but people can't find them.
We have to stay a little bit humble, but I think your blog posts are really good.
Some of those blog posts are like 20 hours of work. We ran massive experiments on different like caching systems and different configurations to like get our heads around what used what resources, how to kind of reduce storage usage and that sort of thing. All of this was like, months of research, then like weeks of writing this stuff and months of making these videos. The videos have been indexed because they're on a different subdomain. They're kind of like so drastically different to the main FediHost website that they're having this kind of separate experience. It's like it's a wiki or something like that. But the actual blog posts, the root FediHost domain, that's what we're still trying to figure out how to get it indexed.
I'd be really interested to know, like, for the people watching, like, how did you first hear about FediHost? Like we know a lot of people come from just Mastodon and the Fediverse in general. I think that's a lot of where people first hear about us, through just like seeing our posts. But I'd be really curious to know, like, did you actually find us through Google? Did you find us through Bing, through DuckDuckGo, whatever? Like, how did you come across us? Because maybe Google is working. I would be really surprised, but I'd be pretty happy to hear like, oh, I found you through Google. Like if at least one person found us through Google, that'd be nice.
And my assumption is that it's word of mouth, which is kind of quite Fediverse in itself, right? Like, but not being on it, it does really hamper us in many ways. We want people to use it. We want people to find it and try it out, and just kind of being like, I don't know. We're probably like half the number of customers we'd normally have because of this. The waiting for it to kind of come right has been, just a very frustrating experience. So if you're out there and you have some knowledge of how this works, we do know the basics. We know how PageRank works. Like we do understand, the sorts of things you'd come across if you Googled around and followed best practice. And yes, we've signed up on Ahrefs. Is that how you say Ahrefs?
That's how I say it. Ahrefs.
We've gone through that. We've done their checklist. And we have an issue, like a bunch of issues, which are all in this kind of like, maybe this is it. And we're working through them and trying to address them. But effectively at this point, if you can look at the FediHost website and go, I see it, I know what this is. It's this bug with Google or whatever. Please let us know in the comments or reach out to us because, we have a list of things left to do, but it would be nice to be able to order that list by the most likely to work. And it's possible that it's something that we just have not thought of yet.
Am I supposed to add something?
Yes, Victor.
Well, I mean, I just think you've said it so eloquently. I don't really have anything else to add.
Okay.
Do we want to, like, we're not going to add a bounty to this?
Oh, we could add a bounty.
You want to add a bounty?
Yeah, let's add a bounty. Okay, what if we say like $100 FediHost credit? Oh my God, Victor, come on. $100 FediHost credit for...
Oh no, that's the thing though. I was thinking more like $300, not credit, just cash money.
This is a first. Victor wants to spend more than me?
Yeah.
You want to put more in? Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, because
I was going low. I was trying to... I was going like Victor would want this.
Because I think that's like very valuable. Like this is like our biggest problem right now.
Yeah.
So we should like put our money where our mouth is.
How about this, Victor? $500 FediHost credit.
$500?
So it's more money, $500.
I think it's a little bit unfortunate that you only get credit. It's like monkey money. It's not real money.
Okay, it's not monkey. Why would you call your own services credit monkey money?
Because you can only use it in one place.
It's a useful place. It's not like you could do a PeerTube instance, Mastodon, whatever we do in future, or you could transfer the account to someone.
It's like if you get, I don't know, like a Subway gift card or something. It's like, well, it's food, but
I'm gonna do the outro, and if you decide that this won't work, then we can.
No, I think it's gonna work. Like $500 is fine.
We are so serious about this. We're going up to $500 of FediHost credit applied to any account you want. So you could give it to your friend on FediHost, or you could use it yourself. If you figure out what is causing the problem, and we can connect that to the resolution of the issue, $500 straight into your FediHost account of your choosing, which is enough to run a small Mastodon instance for.
You better have Mastodon for 10 years.
10 and a bit, 10.4 years of Mastodon. So help us diagnose this problem. Like Victor says, it's probably the most serious thing that's facing us. It's also blocking us from doing other stuff. Like we are kind of like get up in the morning, make the cup of coffee, work on Google search. Like it is stopping us from doing things that are way more exciting and interesting. So let us know if you have any ideas. Drop them in the comments. If you are like, I actually know what this is, I work at Google or something like that, you actually have some, like if you're like, I'm pretty sure it's this, send us an email, support@fedihost.co. And if you help us fix this issue, we are more than happily going to dump $500 of credit into the FediHost account of your choosing. Thanks for listening or watching if you're out there on PeerTube and the delayed version on YouTube. This video will be indexed. Right, Victor?
100%.
It's the one thing that Google is getting right with regards to FediHost. Comment away and definitely reach out if you have any ideas on what this issue could be. We would appreciate it, and we're appreciating it enough to cough up some cash. Kind of. Monkey money, as Victor calls it.
You don't put that in.
What does that make you, Victor?
The monkey man.
Okay.